The staff at Medical Arts can tell you how qualified recipients can get the Jazzy for little or no cost with Medicare and insurance. Call 704-487-0557 or come by Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street, Shelby.
For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Now open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday. Try their all-you-can-eat pancake special. All you can eat for only $3.99 every day. And don't forget about the big Sunday lunch specials. Every day is a great day to eat at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Call 704-276-1155 for all of your catering needs, too.
They haven't played on the same team since high school. And now, these brothers patrol the Atlanta outfield together.
And the 1-2. Slow curveball. Hit high, deep, and way out of here to left field. Here comes Upton to the plate.
They are Atlanta Braves outfielders B.J. Upton and Justin Upton. And you'll only hear them play right here.
Atlanta Braves baseball right here at Big O Country, 1390 AM WHS, 1050 AM WLON, 1590 AM WCSL. Online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Looks like another decent day around the area. There may be a few patches of clouds early this morning, but everybody should be mostly sunny by mid and late morning on through the afternoon. Highs in the mid to upper 70s. Then tonight, fair, followed by increasing cloudiness, the low near 60. And then for Wednesday, expect mostly cloudy skies. And there may be a couple of sprinkles or showers around, but nothing too big. High temperatures should be in the mid 70s, and then we should get the sun back in all its force on Thursday and Friday. I'm Greg Fischel in the Weather Center.
Currently at the Big O Country Studios, it's 10:07, and the temperature is 57 degrees.
The money you save in your savings accounts earns interest, so it just makes sense to have your checking account also earn interest for you. A money market checking account pays interest and also offers the flexibility of writing checks. Certain fees may apply. Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded just like you.
Propane is an environmentally friendly fuel. It is the cleanest burning of all alternative fuels. Propane gas is non-toxic and will not harm soil or water if spilled. Using propane to heat a home or to heat water will cut emissions and help preserve the environment. Carolina Energies is proud to offer home delivery of propane, as well as a propane filling station at its Shelby location where a friendly professional will fill your cylinder. Carolina Energies is located at 515 North DeKalb Street in Shelby.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Giant Pocket Knife Inventor.
Mr. Giant Pocket Knife Inventor.
Because of you, we'll never be lost in the middle of a dense forest without a little plastic toothpick again.
Won't get lost again.
What's that bulge in my pocket? It's my knife, and my tweezers, and my scissors, and my spoon, and my bottle opener, and my fish scaler.
Take it to the max.
And my leather awl, and my corkscrew, and my nail file, and my paring knife, and my hasp.
What's a hasp?
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Giant Pocket Knife Inventor, because you make our pockets bulge humongously with pride.
Mr. Giant Pocket Knife Inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Distributed by Fox Distribute on Grover Street in Shelby.
At McKinney Salinas Power Sports, service is a top priority. Their fully trained staff all ride the products they offer to ensure that you get the best service possible. They have an 18,000 square foot facility filled with a huge selection of motorcycles, four-wheelers, jet skis, and more. On the water, street, or off-road, they do it all. McKinney Salinas Power Sports is your officially licensed Suzuki, Honda, and Kawasaki dealer. 4804 Wilkinson Boulevard. Call 704-824-2787 or online at mscycles.com.
And good morning. It's time now for the Community Profile Program on WLON, WOHS, and WCSL. Milton Baker in the studio with Sandy Alexander, co-host and executive producer of the Community Profile. Hey there, Sandy.
Hello, Milton.
And it's good to have you here again today. And appreciate all the folks calling in, commenting on yesterday's program. It's very good.
Yes.
So our guest today has a lot to live up to, has big shoes to fill, and they're pink shoes. Hot pink shoes. Introduce our guest, if you will, please, Sandy.
Well, as always, every month we have Jackie here, and we enjoy seeing her come in each month because we know she's an encyclopedia of information. So, what do you have to tell us this time, Jackie?
Well, as always, we have a lot going on.
Oh, I know you do.
April and October are our biggest festival seasons because we have the Merry-Go-Round Festival that starts everything off in April, and then we have Liver Mush in October. So we are getting ready to get into Liver Mush season. And as everybody in the area knows, Liver Mush is our national claim to fame. We have several. I mean, we have Earl Scruggs.
Yes, you do.
We do, and we have Don Gibson. We have a lot of sports athletes.
The World Series.
We have the American Legion World Series. We are Music Mush and more, but Liver Mush is what got us on the travel
Music
channel.
Mush and more.
Music Mush and more.
Now, I like that.
That's our tagline. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of our branding. Is Music Mush and more, and that happened accidentally. We took our potential brochure covers. We had several, and we glued them to the front of brochures and took them to the visitor center on I-85, the state welcome center, and we just put them out in the racks, and we watched which ones people picked up, and the Music Mush and More was the one that people picked up the most.
Well, that's catchy.
So they like it, and we're the only people that have mush. We do host the official North Carolina Liver Mush Festival. It was actually put into legislation that is the official Liver Mush Festival of North Carolina.
Wow, how about that?
So it is coming October 19th is our big Liver Mush Festival. And everybody should mark their calendars for next year because next year it will be a 2-day festival. So, and you are the first to actually hear this information. This is news.
Hey, we are special. Thank you.
This is breaking news because you're the first to hear that next year we will have the festival will start on a Friday night with live music and a beer fest with craft beers, and all of our food vendors will set up on Washington Street, and we'll have music and possibly an outdoor movie following the music. But that will be an evening out. And then on Saturday morning, all of the other vendors will come in and set up, and the art vendors, all the kids' activities, and all of that we normally do for Liver Mush, will set up on Saturday morning, and it will be a 2-day festival starting next year. So we've grown that big. It's just become a huge, huge event. So we are very excited about having this opportunity, and it will be. It's not going to be like a big party, it's going to be a celebration of North Carolina breweries and wineries. So we're trying to keep everything regional to help the local economy and help people help all that money stay in the county or in the region, because they're not in our county, but they're in our region. So we're excited about making that a 2-day festival next year and having more music. We love our live music. We love our local and regional musicians, and we always try to host them. We have not ever gone out and got a big name from somewhere else. We've always tried to stick with our local and regional, because we have people come from all over the United States for this festival. It was on the Andrew Zimmern show in 2008, and he still shows reruns of that show. It made the best of Andrew Zimmern, so we get people from all over who just want to come because they saw it on TV.
I believe the last time you were here, the festival, Foothills Festival, is that the name of it?
The Clear Mountain View Festival was what
that was going on. And how did that go, weather and everything? Because that was back when we were getting a lot of rain, I believe.
We got rain on Friday, but that was really the only time. It shut us down for like an hour and a half. And I have to say, those guys out there that helped David on the farm, they were out there with hay and gravel and sawdust, and any mud puddles that were there were cleared within minutes. They had everything cleared up, and we were ready to roll again.
Had
as soon as the rain stopped.
a good weekend then.
It
Well,
was
that's good.
the weather was perfect. Otherwise, it was beautiful. We had a great festival.
Well, we're probably in for some more rain because you know what?
We know it's fair time.
It's fair. It's Cleveland County Fair time, and it always has to rain at least part of the fair. It never misses.
But it never stops people from going.
Oh, no.
No, it never stops people from going. That is still the largest county fair in North Carolina. And we are very excited that it does start on Thursday and goes through October 5th. And we love when the fair comes to town because we have lots of people and lots of stuff to do. The chamber actually hosts a fair preview breakfast on Thursday morning, and so I have to be there at 7:30 in the morning. But that's kind of our big kickoff and welcome for the fair, and an introduction of the chamber and their help in sponsoring, not sponsoring, but helping to promote the fair.
Yeah.
And we do have a booth there. The tourism division has a booth there.
Okay, good.
In Goforth Hall, so everybody should go to the fair and come and go forth and visit us and pick up visitor information. And all the stuff I'm talking about is in print there, so they can pick it up. And a Music Mush and More brochure.
Music Mush and More.
They will, yes. And
You could say that real fast, and it sounds like you're saying another language.
Music Mush and More?
Yeah, Music Mush and More.
Yeah, we can say it 3 times real fast. Yeah.
But, well, the radio station, we're going to be there broadcasting each and every day at the fair. And so maybe I'll come by your booth and see if you're there.
Or I'll come by your booth.
If you're not there, I'll say, well, where are you?
Well, we have help.
Yeah. Okay.
We have help at the fair because I can't stay there all 10 days.
No, you're
in the
supposed
booth
to. Yeah.
by myself. So we have to have help, and sometimes I'm not there. We actually allow chamber members to help sponsor that booth, and we allow a chamber member to choose a day that they sponsor it. So there'll be different chamber members in there every day. So that's another opportunity for people to get to see everything from a daycare center to Cleveland chiropractor or Carolina chiropractors. They go out and they actually will do like an adjustment on you. And so it's fun to go on their day. And
I got this sciatic nerve thing going here.
they can help you out with that, I promise. So there's different information in there every day as well. The Destination Cleveland County has a day, so the Don Gibson will be out there promoting, and there'll be some information about the Earl Scruggs Center out there one day. And every day my booth changes. So one side is always the same. It's always got all the tourism brochures there, and then the other side has whoever our guest is for the day. Whoever our sponsor is for the day.
That's cool.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
But we are looking forward to the fair being here. That's always exciting. And then during the fair, too, at the Don Gibson Theater is Steel Drivers on Saturday. So if people haven't got tickets for that.
What are Steel Drivers? What do you know about that group?
I know that they are country, and that's about all that I know about Steel Drivers. I didn't know that group until they were booked. And you can go on the Don Gibson website and see clips of their music.
Okay.
That's the beauty of having the Don Gibson Theater is you may have groups that you've never heard of, but it's a really good opportunity to see groups that you didn't know.
I think Darren and Brooke Aldridge just had their big event there, wasn't it, Sandy? A few weekend or so ago, debuting their new album. So there's always
something. Well, I went to the Paris Thieves, which is one of my favorite local groups. I went to their CD release party, and we had, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many people were in there, but it was probably about 110, 120 people. And I think they expected maybe just family and friends. But it was awesome to see that much community support out to support a local band. And of course, I already have their T-shirts, but we had to get a CD and have it autographed by all of them, even though I know them all personally. When they're famous, I'll have
that's
that
right,
already.
You'll say, there it is.
That's right. So we do have that, and I think the Colin Hay concert at the Don Gibson just went over huge. I've heard nothing but awesome things about that and how Artist Sound went. So really big music events coming. I mean, it's local and regional, but like I said, it's a good opportunity for people to hear music that they don't always hear. So I love that. I love supporting our local musicians and helping to get more recognition for
Sure.
them.
Absolutely.
Some other things that we've got coming are on October the 4th, the Bronx Wanderers are at the Don Gibson, and that's a 50s and 60s review. So I know a lot of people are real excited about that too. I know I like that. I like the 50s music. And on October the 5th and 6th is Heritage Days at Elliott Family Farms, and this is the first year that they've been free.
Okay.
And I believe that this is their 6th annual Family Heritage Days. And the family grows sorghum cane, and they have a cane maze. The cane maze is in the shape of a banjo with Earl Scruggs and his date of birth and when we lost him. And you can go through the cane maze because they raise cane at Elliott Family Farms.
I was going to I hear you now.
But they do use the sorghum cane to make molasses, and you can watch that at Heritage Days. And they make the molasses by hand there, and we'll bottle it, and you can buy it. They have hay rides. They have all kinds of games and fun stuff for the kids. Of course, going through the cane maze, and they have live music for both days, and you can camp. And this is the first year that they've had camping, so you can camp out there this year. So we're excited about that, and then that's free. We're really happy that because the Clear Mountain View Music Festival did so well, they're able to do Heritage Days for free, and that was really their goal for this year, was to make a little bit enough money to be able to do Heritage Days for free.
Okay.
So we're happy that they're able to do that, and that is October 5th and 6th. And I'm gonna turn my page. The Foothills Quilt Festival is only held every other year, and it's only held on the odd years. And it will be at the LeGrand Center this year. And I did not know that people traveled so far to see quilts. But quilt enthusiasts,
that's
and
a
they're
big thing.
Worth seeing too.
Oh.
I mean, my goodness.
A lot of hard work goes into a homemade quilt.
Oh my goodness! I do good to sew a button on or hem something. That's my talent right there. That's it. That's as far as I can go. Sew Girl Scout badges on a vest, and that's about it. So I'm very, very impressed when I see just the intricate detail and all of the creativity that goes into the quilts. But that is October 11th and 12th at the LeGrand Center, and like I said, it's only every other year, so you got to catch it when it's here. But lots and lots of people come in for that. And October 12th is the Gateway Festival in Kings Mountain, also a free event. Lots of free stuff to do.
Yeah.
October, every single weekend there is something to do.
There you go.
Every single weekend. And the Gateway Festival has music. Southern Arts Society is doing some special things. The Mooney Library, the Historic Museum, the gazebo. So all over Kings Mountain you can go, and there'll be music and art and vendors, food vendors. They've got a lot of folk music, a lot of activities for children, and that's from 10 to 5 on October the 12th. And let me think, there's some other music events going on. I know Pleasant City in Shelby will be hosting the Sloan Tones on October 5th. So I love when the restaurants have live music. And I try to always find out when they're going to have live music, because that's an opportunity for people to get out and do something in their own hometown. People don't have to go to Charlotte. They don't have to go to Asheville. They don't have to leave to do stuff. There's a lot of stuff that we can do in our own hometown. And, of course, supporting the local economy, supporting local musicians. All that money stays here. We want to do that.
That's right.
So we've got Corks and Taps for Hospice at the LeGrand Center on October 17th, and tickets are still available for that. If you get advance tickets, they're $30. If you pay at the door, it's $35. And they have wine, beer, food, live music. Dirty Grass Soul is going to be at the Corks and Taps, so it's worth going. Not only are you supporting hospice, but it's worth seeing Dirty Grass Soul, and it's only $30, so it's definitely worth going for that. And the food there is always good. I've been to Corks for Cause before they had Corks and Taps, and the food is always very, very good, so it's worth going. And I've already talked about Music Mush and Mutts, which is kind of our theme for the Liver Mush Festival this year. And it is sponsored by Max Liver Mush, has always been sponsored by Max Liver Mush. Jenkins became a sponsor last year, so we have both Jenkins and Max, which are Shelby liver mush companies.
Mm-hmm.
And they host that or sponsor that for us. And then Rollover Pets sponsors the pet festival end of things. And Uptown Shelby Association handles all of the children's activities, and we're partnering with Art Blooms to handle all of the art activities. And so we've got a lot of different helpers and sponsors and partners to pull this off. The Arts Council will be open with an exhibit, and they host a beer garden up in their parking lot. And, of course, all of the restaurants uptown have a liver mush special. There's liver mush pizza, there's smoked liver mush, there's liver mush burger, which I had last year at Newt's, which was awesome. So all of the restaurants, Finn's has a liver mush special. Of course, the Shelby Cafe always has liver mush, but they have the mayor special is their liver mush special for the festival.
Okay.
And, of course, you can get a Max liver mush sandwich or a Jenkins liver mush sandwich. So.
Now, the other day at my store, someone came in and we were talking about local things that we have here that they didn't have where they came from, things they have that we don't have. And to anyone out there listening and you're saying, you know, what the heck is liver mush? We just take it for granted everybody knows. And see, this was one of the things that we talked about at the store the other day. These people say, well, we've never heard of liver mush.
No, it is very regional. I mean, if you travel 200 miles from here, they don't have liver
Eastern
mush.
part of the state, they'd look at you kind of funny.
They do not know what liver mush is. And I've heard people say, well, it's like liver pudding. No, it's really not. It's not like sauce. It's different. It's sort of, I describe it as sort of more like sausage because it's sage-based, but it's cornmeal based. And we like to just describe it as a pork product rather than to go into detail about how liver mush is made.
You don't want to know.
So it is the pate of the South, and you have to come to the festival and experience it and get a T-shirt if you haven't. So.
Anybody out there not from this area or have been here very long, you've never heard of liver mush, there you go.
We couldn't think of two grosser names. I mean, two grosser things to put together, liver and mush. I don't know how that came about, but I will tell you that because of that name, we have more media attention over this festival than anything that we do. And the Little Miss Liver Mush pageant.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness. We are getting, I think we're up to around 50 contestants now. This thing is huge. And it is a preliminary for Miss North Carolina. So it's quite possible that at some point, Miss North Carolina could be a former Miss Liver Mush queen.
I'd like to see her explain that to a national audience.
As we all know, Miss North Carolina gets to compete for Miss America. So there's no telling how far we can go with Little Miss Liver Mush.
There you go.
And I wonder what her crown would look like. You know, the Apple Festival had a little apple in hers.
We do give all the contestants a free liver mush sandwich. But we don't make them wear any.
Don't make them wear liver mush.
Well, they do get a liver mush T-shirt, but they get one for competing in the pageant. They can pre-order a T-shirt that says Little Miss Liver Mush, but we don't make them wear a crown. Their crowns are beautiful. They like their crowns.
Okay. And they I have a lot of good friends who happen to live up north, and of course, you know, they can't stand the thought of liver mush.
Just the sound makes them.
Just the sound. But also. When they cook green beans, now they say we kill them. You know, we just cook them to death.
Right.
All the nutrients and all out of them. But I have a very good friend. She cooks her green beans whole. She don't break them or anything.
Oh.
And that's how she was raised eating them.
Okay.
And more or less steams them instead of really cooking them like, you know, we do in the South.
Right.
You know, we cook them.
We do cook them to death.
Oh, we do.
We do.
But
there's a lot of restaurants now that, you know, in recent years they've started serving steamed vegetables. So it's a little different than what the Southerners are used to. But
I like steamed
it's
vegetables
good.
because they're crisper and you get a little bit more flavor. I'm not sure about cooking green beans whole, though.
I have had them, and they're whole, and they've not, like I said, they weren't cooked to death like we normally would cook green beans. They were just more or less, steamed. And they just had a richer flavor, more or less.
Well, and they're probably a lot more healthy.
Oh, they are.
Than what we do.
They are.
Yeah, but there are a lot of things in the area. And that's the thing about tourism is we have to kind of find those things that are unique that we have that nobody else has.
Right.
And liver mush was just one of those things. Earl
Exactly.
Scruggs is one of those things. The American Legion is one of those things. But liver mush is definitely one of those things that you just have to come here to experience, because in this region is the only place that it's found.
Yeah.
And Shelby has 2 different companies that make it. So we celebrate that.
There you go. All right. Very good. Yep. We're very proud of our liver mush.
We are proud of our liver mush. So at the festival, come in costume, because there's a costume parade. You don't have to be a child to participate in that. Kids, of course, love to do that. But there's pumpkin painting. We have face painting. We have balloon artists, clowns, all kinds of games for kids. Live music all day long. We also have all of the pet activities. And if you haven't seen, usually WHS sets up right across from the pet activities. So we usually, whoever's there gets to see that. So if you get to work the Liver Mush Festival, you want to do that, because you get to watch musical sit. And people practice all year with their dogs to be able to do musical sit.
Oh.
My dog may be able to do it. I don't know, but I don't have time to do it because I'm running the festival. But that's a fun thing to watch. And then the pet costumes are amazing. The pet store that sponsors it, Rollover, stopped selling pet costumes because people now are so competitive in this event that everything has to be custom made. The costumes for the pets are just unbelievable. They take this so seriously, and it's really funny to see some people spend a lot more time with their pets than their children. So the children's costumes are like whatever.
And probably the outfits for the dogs probably cost more than everything I got in my wardrobe.
Probably mine too. Yeah, they're so adorable.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just really cute. One woman made a covered wagon for her dog and dressed her dog up like a cowboy, and the puppies all were like little cows. The dog had puppies, and they were all dressed up like little cowboys. And then the mama was there, so she was pulling her dogs in a covered wagon. It was adorable. Yeah. There was a lady dressed as a prisoner, and she had her, I think it was a Great Dane, dressed as a police officer, and so she was on the leash, and the dog had her. It was really funny, and there's just so many. You've got to come out and see the costumes. So that is a definitely good event, and we still have room for food vendors. We have cut that off, but we do still have room for other vendors. So if anybody's listening, that is a vendor that might like to be or a craft vendor or an artist that like to be at the Liver Mush Festival, we are still taking applications, and that's available on our website, which is tourclevelandcounty.com. Okay. And there's a button right on the homepage that they can click and get the schedule of events and all of the information for being a vendor if they wanted to be a vendor. And we have cut off the food vendors, but we are still accepting some product vendors. Okay. So, and one thing that we don't allow competitive vendors. Like people like Avon and Tupperware, they have contracts where you can't have 2 vendors at one festival, and the salesmen are supposed to know that, the representatives, and they don't always know who's applied. So just be aware that if you are a vendor and you apply to be a vendor, and I already have a vendor of that product, that our committee will send you a letter letting you know that we already have a vendor of that product. So I always hate to do that, but we have to honor that request, because it's not really fair to the product, and it's also not allowed with a lot of companies. So we do try to watch that.
Okay.
Also on October 19th is David Holt at the Joy Theater. So
David Holt.
He will be there at 8 p.m. and you can buy advance tickets for $20 or $25 at the door. And I would suggest getting tickets in advance, because there may not be enough seats to get any at the door, because he is a 4-time Grammy Award winner.
Yeah.
And if you've never seen him, it's definitely worth going out to see him. But
he's on PBS a lot, right? David Holt, kind of a musician, storyteller.
Exactly.
Type deal.
Wonderful storyteller. It's worth going for the storytelling, but he plays multiple instruments.
Yeah.
So very interesting to go and watch him and see him. keeps the audience engaged.
There you go.
Yeah, I like to see him. And then on October the 26th is Walk with the Doc. Walk with the Doctor.
Oh, okay.
At the Kings Mountain Gateway Trails, and that is it's sponsored by Cleveland Regional Medical Center, and it's more of a health awareness event.
Mm-hmm.
It is at 9 in the morning. It's just an hour-long walk from 9 to 10, but you're walking with the doctor and learning about cardiovascular health, and they have a different doctor once a month, I think, come out and do Walk with the Doc. So October 26th is Walk with the Doc at the Kings Mountain Gateway Festival. I mean, Kings Mountain Gateway Trail. I get them confused. But that is definitely something if you're in that area and want to learn more about cardiovascular health and you haven't seen that trail, it's a great opportunity to see that trail. They have done so much work. And part of it's paved, so it's not like you're hiking and have to have special equipment, tennis shoes, you're fine.
Okay.
So, and you can bring a dog. They'll ask you to clean up after your dog, but you can bring a dog, and lots of wildlife in that area. People see a lot of different wildlife there, so it's a fun park to go to and walk. And that's October.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot in October.
To do, we've got stuff to do.
If they just have any questions whatsoever that there's anything to do, just check out the website or give your office a call, or they can find out more details. Because don't sit around and say, I can't find anything to do.
Oh, my goodness. What do I do to people who say there's nothing to do around here?
Now, I mentioned a while ago he's coming in November, too.
I know.
Tom
You're
Gibson.
super excited about Lisa Marie Presley coming to Cleveland County.
All I want to do is just say hello, meet her.
You'll be nice and polite.
I
just
will.
Say nice to meet you.
I won't, act unprofessional. I like very nice.
Hope that we get to work that out.
I'll just tell her I loved her daddy, and that'd be fine
Who didn't
with
love
me.
her
That's
daddy?
right.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
All right. Well, Jackie, thank you for coming in this month, and we'll see you again
Appreciate
next time.
Absolutely.
To talk about Lisa Marie and everything else coming up in November then.
Yeah, we'll cover November, and like I said, there's always something to do in Cleveland County, so don't sit around.
Yep.
If I hear you say there's nothing to do here, I will smack you. Go to tourclevelandcounty.com. That's right. Go to tourclevelandcounty.com and get information, or call the chamber office, and we'll hook you up with some stuff to do.
Well, you can't get any better than Music, Mush, and More.
Music, mush, and more. Yep, that's what Cleveland County's all about.
That will stick with me forever.
Good. See, it is. It's catchy.
See,
it works.
catchy.
Yep.
Good.
All right,
Thank you,
folks.
Jackie.
Jackie Sibley, the Executive Travel and Tourism, Executive Director of Travel and Tourism, Cleveland County. No, I didn't say that right.
You did close enough.
I got
You got it close enough.
Tell her.
You have done so well.
I'm the Executive Director of Tourism for Cleveland County.
Okay, tourism. I added the word travel.
Well,
I gave you a promotion.
That's okay.
Okay. And, folks, we thank you for listening in today. Tomorrow, our guest will be Doug Mays. Doug is going to be on the program talking about his return to television for a special Friday night, 11 o'clock newscast. He will anchor the news on Channel 3 in Charlotte, Friday night at 11 o'clock. So if you're going to be out and about and you're not going to be able to be there like me, I'll be coming back from the other side of the moon from high school football. I'm going to set my recorder to catch Doug live on Friday night at 11 o'clock, and we'll talk to him tomorrow about that and everything else going on. Doug is 91, going on 92
right.
real soon. Be 92 in December.
It's sharp as a tack.
And so I don't know many newscasters that are 92, so or 91, either one. So I hope you'll tune in tomorrow for that right here on the Community Profile. Sandy, anything else you want to say?
I just appreciate Jackie coming, and in the next several weeks we have got a lot of good shows coming up, and all the way from Lizard Lick Towing to Liver Mush. And
excited you got the Lizard Lick Towing.
Yeah, they're going to call, so we're going to talk to them.
Yep. All right, folks, join us again next time, and as always, we are open to your suggestions for people and topics for the program. We'll see you next time tomorrow.